Welcome to this full body yoga practice designed to get into all these different areas in our body and really work to stretch and strengthen in a balanced way. So let's start on our backs. And just take a moment to let your back settle into the earth. Notice how much space there is underneath your back, if there's any at all. So with your knees bent up in the air and feet on the floor, ideally you would be able to have your whole low back on the floor. Place your hands on your belly and just start to breathe fully. So you imagine that you're filling the bottom of your lungs with air, as well as the top. And you feel the breath moving in and out, feeling that inner expansion on the inhale and the inner releasing, letting go, maybe even a little bit of contraction on the exhale. And breathe in and out through your nose. And this is how we want our breath to be throughout the practice. We want to breathe in and out through our nose. We want the breath to be quiet and soft, but strong and powerful. Release your hands by your sides. Walk your feet in a little closer to your hips if you can. Lift and spread all your toes so you feel the arches of your feet engage. Keeping the toes spreading apart, lower them down. Now press into the earth with your feet. Tuck your tailbone so you want to keep the low back flat as you push down through your feet, lift up, and feel your spine curl off the floor. And then we'll reverse that, lowering from the upper back, keeping that tailbone tucking to the other back, that posterior tilt, and slowly lower down. And repeat that a couple more times at your own pace, trying to articulate and feel each vertebrae if it lifts off the floor, keeping the glutes engaged so that you're in a posterior tilt, and then feeling each vertebrae slowly touch the floor as you begin to lower back down. Keep that posterior tilt so that your lower glutes land at the very last moment and you feel the weight settle into them after your whole back is down on the ground. Again, press down, squeeze your legs in towards each other, push your feet strongly into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and don't let your knees fall open. And just slowly lower down, reversing the direction of our spine. And now lift your right leg up. And keep your leg active, so you're actively hugging in, and press down into your left foot and float your hips up again. And slowly lower down the same way, coming down slowly, one vertebrae at a time, trying to make both hips land together at the same time. So we'll do that again on this side. So press down and lift up. Keep that posterior tilt. Notice it's a lot more work this time because one leg is taking all the weight and trying to control the lift and the descent. And bring your right foot down, reach your left leg up. Press into your right foot, lift your hips up. Try not to drop the left hip since it doesn't have any support underneath it. And slowly start to lower down. So you could bring your right foot in a little bit more towards the center, make this a little bit easier, and then press down to lift up. And slowly lower back down. Cross your left ankle above your right knee. Flex your foot and lift up again. You can press your hands down. You can hug your legs in and slowly lower down. Uncross your legs, float your feet up, and just think of trying to lift your butt off the floor just a little bit. So it's actually a lot of work, even though there's not a lot of movement. And then bend your knees, cross your right ankle above your left knee. Press into your left foot, start to rise up. It's not so much about height as about keeping the low back from like just flopping and arching a little bit. We want it as straight as possible. And now hug your knees into your chest. And circle around your hips. Both directions. And then we're going to rock back and forth a couple of times, giving ourselves a nice little massage on our back. The next time we rock up, we're going to hold in Navasana, boat pose. Your legs can stay bent, or you can straighten your legs. You could straighten your arms, reaching them up or forward or even down. And hold here. Try and keep pulling your legs towards your chest. And then slowly lower all the way down. Trying to keep your back rounded and trying to lower your shoulders and your feet at about the same time. Bend your knees again and rock forward and back. And next time we rock up, we're going to hold in Navasana. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, or keep holding the back of the legs. It's up to you. And then slowly reach your shoulders away from your hips and start to slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest again. And this time circle your knees apart from each other. Reverse the direction of your circles. And then we'll rock up and come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. And first, just let your body move spontaneously, just moving in all different directions. Just listening to your body, letting your breath and your intuition guide you. And come back to a neutral stance and just start to tuck and tilt the pelvis. So just little movements, not full cat-cows. And notice the difference in the feeling between when you're anteriorly tilting the tailbone, lifting it up, and posteriorly tilting the tailbone, drawing it down. And then swing your hips from side to side, like crunching into the left side as you expand the right, crunching into the right side as you expand the left. I'd come back to neutral and just start to do a little shoulder flossing. So without bending your elbows, you're lifting and lowering your chest toward the floor. And widen your knees apart, bring your knees back a little bit. Stretch your hips toward your heels. Inhale, round forward to cat. And exhale, tuck your toes, stretch back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, bend your knees, point your toes, child's pose. Inhale, forward to cat. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower your thighs, keeping the toes tucked, coming into upward facing dog. Then lower the knees, point the toes, back to child's pose. And just repeat that movement a few more times. You can modify or create a little bit of your own variations here. Just working on getting the spine moving. Last round. Find your upward facing dog. And back to child's pose. Take a little breather here. Now lift your hips, tuck your toes, stretch back to downward facing dog. And walk your feet forward. Lift your heels up, drawing your heels up towards the back of your calves, hugging in. And lower the heels down, lift the whole front of the foot up. Spread the toes. Lower down, lift the heels. And lower the heels down, lift the front of the foot up. Try and keep leaning forward a little bit. So it's not just your weight holding your feet up, but you're trying to use your muscles, the front of your shins, the anterior tibialis muscles. Spread the toes, lower down. Press into the tripod of your foot, hug your legs in, and slowly roll your way all the way up. Unfurling as you roll. Reach your arms up. Interlace your fingertips, push up. Squeeze your legs together, activate your glutes, and lift your heels up off the floor. Slowly lower down as you come into a forward fold. Step back into plank. Slowly lower down. Inhale, rise up into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Press back to down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips, and then pivot on your back foot, bringing your right foot down, coming into wild thing. Then swing your right hand down, pivot on your foot again, swing your left leg off to the side. You can keep it lifted or lower it down. Eventually you're going to lower down and sink your hips down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Begin to cat-cow back and forth. And lean back, pick your feet up, bring the soles of your feet together, and continue moving back and forth, doing your cat-cow spinal waves. And lean back, pull your knees up, bring your hands behind your back, cross your left ankle above your right knee, and just start to move your legs from side to side. Next time you reach your left foot across to the right, kind of spin on your glutes. So you come facing the front of your mat with your left foot off to the side, and twist to your right. Inhale back through center and twist to the left. Inhale back to center, swing your left leg behind you, finding your pigeon. And do some pigeon waves here. Next time you lift up, tuck your back toes, stretch your right leg over to the left, open up, fallen triangle. And then pivot on your back foot, step your right foot behind you for wild thing. And come back to downward facing dog. And just roll back and forth. And next time you're back in your down dog, inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Bring your right foot behind the left foot, come up onto your toes and pivot around. So you're facing the back of your mat. Now inhale, reach your left leg up. Step back, downward facing dog. Then reach the left leg up again. Swing it over into wild thing. And back across into fallen triangle. You could lift your leg first if you want, and then lower it down, lowering your hips, sitting in between your legs, and bow back and forth. And lean back, pick your feet up, bring the soles of your feet together, and continue that motion. And bring your knees together, lift your hips up, square your hips toward the front of your mat, cross your right ankle above your left knee. And just glide back and forth, like letting your back lower and lift up. Swing your legs from side to side. Then pick your left foot up, bring it off to the side, bring your right foot down and twist to your right. Inhale back to center, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Uncross your legs, coming back into Navasana boat pose. And then bring your right foot in, bring your left leg down and twist to your left. And twist back to your right. And twist to the left again. Come back to center. Come back into your Navasana boat pose. Bend your knees, bring your feet down, come into a squat. Press your elbows out, and as you hug your knees in to lengthen through your spine. Lower your hands down, lift your hips up, parallel your feet, and again rock forward and back. Lifting the toes and lifting the heels. Let ground down through your feet. Place your hands down, step back into plank. And slide back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, hug your knee into your chest, step your foot forward, coming into crescent lunge, rise up. Bend your back knee, reach your arms forward as you straighten your front leg. And reach your arms up again, lowering the left knee down. Exhale, straighten your front leg as you bow over your legs, reaching forward. Inhale, come up, lifting the back knee off the floor. And exhale, bend the back knee, straighten the front leg. Inhale, back up again. Lower your left knee down. Send your hips back as you reach your arms forward. And inhale, come on back up again. And straighten the back leg, reach forward. This time, as you reach your arms forward, pull your left knee up, coming into tree pose. And reach your arms forward, reach your leg back, warrior three. Inhale, back up, pull your left leg up. And exhale, back, warrior three. One more time. Inhale, bring your leg forward. So you reach your arms up, tailbone down, ribs in. Exhale, forward, coming back into warrior three. Reach back through your toes, straighten your front leg, bring your left hand to your hip, open up triangle. Nice, bring your top hand down, push into your hands, float your right leg back up for down dog splits. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach the right leg up, left leg up, sorry. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Rising up, crescent lunge. And then bend your back knee, straighten your front leg, reach forward. Inhale up, lowering your back knee to the floor. Lift up, exhale, send your hips back and your arms forward. Inhale, back up, crescent lunge. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach up, lower your back knee down. Exhale, bow forward. You straighten the front leg as much as possible. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, lift up again, lower down. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, come back up, pulling the right knee up. Externally rotate for tree pose. And then reach your leg back as you reach your arms forward, coming into warrior three. And exhale, draw your leg forward, reach your arms up. And 2 more times, just like that. Really keeping both legs active, reaching forward and back. And step back into triangle. Lower your top hand down, push into your hands, float your left leg up and back. And lower your leg down, coming back to down dog. Just bend one knee at a time, back and forth. Step or hop to your hands. Lower down into your squat. Lengthen as much as you can through your spine. And then slowly lower your hips down, reach your legs up, Navasana boat pose. Then shift over into your left hip as you reach your arms over to the right. Come back through center, shift over into your right hip, reaching arms to the left. And just switch from side to side. Slowly lower down onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest and circle your knees around. And place your feet on the floor, center yourself on your mat. Float your arms and legs up for dead bug pose. Let everything relax. And you can circle your ankles and your wrists if you want. And bend your left knee, interlace your fingers on the back of your right thigh. Press your thigh into your hands and pull your hands into your thigh, creating tension there. Now lift up through your heel, and then lower the heel down, and press forward through your heel to lift up. And just go back and forth. Next time your heel is lifted, stay there. Really activate the stretch a little bit more. Maybe bringing your leg a little closer to your chest. And start to slide your hands up to the sole of your foot and reach forward and across and down. And just do this gentle massage. Then you can give your foot a little massage with your hands. You want to move that foot around. Get a feel for those 26 bones in your feet. A lot of complexity in your feet. And point your toes as much as you can and slowly stretch out through your toes as you reach and lower your leg down. Bend your left knee, stretch your left leg up. Bend your right knee. Interlace your fingers on the back of your left thigh. Flex your foot. Gently draw your thigh in towards your chest as much as it will go. Keep pressing up through the heel and then lower the heel down. We're just going to floss back and forth, lifting and lowering. Keeping a little tension there, which really makes a huge difference. Next time your heel is lifted, press into your hands again, lift up through the heel. And then start to slide your hands up the back of your legs towards your foot and around down the front. Just massaging your legs and the sole of your foot. And then give yourself a little foot massage. And release your hands, point your toes, and stretch out as you lower. And bend your knees. Bring your knees to your outer ribs and reach your hands between your knees. Grab your feet, your ankles for happy baby, and start to rock from side to side. Then come back to center, bring the soles of your feet together. Interlace your fingers on the outer edges of the feet, and then pull your knees away from your body so you get a nice shoulder stretch. And bend the knees in and out, back and forth. Bring your feet out wide again for happy baby and rock from side to side. And come back onto your back. Place your feet on the floor, lift and shift your hips to the right. Straighten your left leg on the ground and your right leg in the air. Catch a hold of your right leg wherever you can reach with your left hand and guide your right leg over to the left and turn your head to the right. So we're twisting our upper body to the right as we twist the lower body to the left. Option here to bend your left knee, grab a hold of your foot, and just relax here. Now, if you're holding your foot, keep that knee bent. If you're not holding your foot, just bend both knees so you can come onto your back with your right knee on top of the left. Keep grabbing hold of the outer edges of the feet, and you can lift and lower your legs, your feet, or you could keep them lifted. And now we're going to come into happy baby with our arms crossed. So our legs are crossed now. You're just going to pick your right foot up, bend your knee, slide your foot underneath your right arm. So now your arms are crossed and you're in this happy baby. You can press your feet out into your hands. And bring your legs together, release your hands, float up into dead bug pose again. Bend your knees, bring your feet down, shift your hips to the left. Straighten the right leg on the ground, the left leg up in the air. Catch a hold of your left leg or foot and bring it across to the right. Twist your upper body to the left. Option to bend your right knee and reach for your foot. And we'll just stay here for a few breaths. If your knees are already bent, keep them bent. Otherwise, bend your knees, roll back onto your back. This time with your left knee on top. Again, kick your feet out. You can lift and lower your feet away from your hips and towards your hips. And then we're going to slide the left foot underneath the left arm so that our arms are crossed and we're in this crossed-armed happy baby. And bring your legs together, release your arms, coming back into dead bug pose. Relax here. Then bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest. And stretch out into a short savasana, just letting everything relax. You're welcome to stay in your savasana as long as you like. I'll stay here with you for a few more breaths. Again, feel free to stay here longer, or you can bend your knees, gently roll to your side, and roll your way all the way up to seated. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope that you feel like this energy flowing inside of you in a very graceful, inspiring way, and that you can feel that balance between stretching and strengthening, and how important both aspects of that spectrum is. So I would love it if you would leave a comment below, share this with a friend, and I hope to see you again soon. Till next time, bye.